Hello guys, Vaponet here, and today we will talk about the FES fighters which you can currently obtain in the game. So what I'm going to do is we will go through the codex and I'm going to talk about each one of them, and I will just tell you my personal opinion and talk about their strengths, their weaknesses and so forth. But I'm only going to talk about the PvE and live PvP aspect of the game, simply because the arena in this game is a joke. It's very easy and it's not worth it to talk about the normal arena which is not live PvP. So let's get started from the very top. So the first FES unit which we have is Geese. Now Geese, you are most likely not going to be using him as a leader anyway, and even if you would like to use him as a leader, you need to have two other Orochi clan fighters, and even then it's not that great unless you pair him with Orochi Shiori, and then you can get some extra damage, I believe. But even then, you just want to use him mostly as a fighter on your team, not for his leader skill. And he's pretty good, I would say. He has a ranged projectile skill, he also has a grab and also has a dash that hits through the enemies. He's also a green element. He's helpful in chapter 3 of the epic quest, and he can also do infinite combo, which is pretty helpful. It's also good once the episode 1 of epic quest comes out, because he can just infinite combo against true Orochi. But my opinion is that he is good to get for the PvE, like I said, for the epic quest, and just if you need a green element fighter. As far as the live PvP goes though, it's pretty decent, but he's not that amazing, simply because he doesn't have any super armor, he doesn't have any damage immunity, and also when you use his first skill he is stuck in the animation, so if you miss it then you can get easily punished for it. But he's still pretty decent for live PvP. So in conclusion, you should get him if you really like him and if you really want him. But otherwise you should just save for Ash, who will come out in the future, who is much better than him. Now the next fighter is Orochi Shiori. I would say Orochi Shiori is the best FES fighter to get, especially if you're a new player. Even though we have Paul right now, Paul is not a FES unit, so he can't get his stats anywhere as high as Orochi Shiori can. And also Paul is green element and Orochi is yellow. Yellow helps you a lot in epic quest and in PvE. You can also auto farm a lot using Orochi Shiori, he's very helpful for that. His leader skill is also very amazing, but as far as his skills go, he's only good for PvE and auto farming, like I said, and epic quest, but he's not good for live PvP at all. I would say he's the worst unit for live PvP out from all of the FES fighters that you can get, simply because all he has is the ground projectile, which is easy to dodge. His second skill is also easy to dodge, and his third skill is also easy to dodge, and on top of it, when he uses his third skill, he's stuck in animation, so he cannot do anything. If he misses it, then you just punish him for it. And his finisher is obviously great, because it resets all of his skills, but anyway, you mostly want to use him for PvE. So if you want a PvE unit that will carry you through a lot of content, then you can try pulling for him, but otherwise you should just skip him. Now the next unit is Orochi Leona. Orochiliona is good for PvE and live PvP as well. She is great because she's a female and she is a balanced type, so you can make a lot of different teams with her, especially in the future. She also has a projectile on her second skill, which is very annoying to deal with on live PvP. Her third skill is kinda like a grab. It's not truly a grab, but it's still a grab. And I would say overall she's pretty good to get for the PvE and live PvP as well. But I would say you don't really need her simply because you have Zero in the game already who is better than her, and also there is going to be a new blue element fighter coming out in the future who is Mukai, and Mukai is just the best blue element unit in the game. But I would say she's still pretty decent unit, and she's fun simply because you can make a lot of different teams with her thanks to the fact that she's female and she's a balanced type. So there is that. Now the next unit is Omega Rugal. Omega Rugal, in my opinion, is one of the weaker units when it comes to the FES units. One thing that is amazing about him is his soundtrack that you can hear when you put him as a leader. When it comes to the PvE, he is not that amazing, especially if you take into consideration the fact that we have Geese Howard right now in the game. So I would only get him if you really like his soundtrack, and if you already have him when it comes to the live PvP, I would say he is pretty good, but not that amazing at the same time. Of course he has a grab that goes through the entire map, he also has a projectile that can cause stun, but the problem is all of his skills are pretty easy to dodge, and if you miss, let's say, his grab or his projectile, you just get punished for it pretty easily. But the good thing is that he gets HP regen once his HP drops. Like, I don't remember what the condition was, but he can just regenerate some of his HP, which is pretty useful for the live PvP. But either way, this unit, in my opinion, is not worth going for, because even though he has some live PvP potential and he can do some stuff there, other units just do way more on live PvP than he does, and I will only get him if you want to listen to his soundtrack while playing this game. That's the only reason, at least in my opinion. Now let's keep going. The next unit is Zero. Zero is the best blue element unit in the game until we don't get Mukai. Basically, he is really good because he has super armor, he has damage immunity, he has projectiles, he deals a lot of damage. And what else do I have to say? Like, he's just a solid unit, he's great for both PvE and also live PvP. He's amazing for both of those game modes. Even though he is not as good as Mukai on live PvP, he's still one of the best FES fighters for the live PvP. So if you have him, that's great. If you don't have him, you could summon for him if you want to, but I would say it depends. If you want a PvE blue element unit, then you should go for him, but if you want a blue element unit for live PvP, then I would skip Zero and just wait for Mukai, because Mukai is just way stronger for live PvP than him, but he's still very solid unit for both PvP and PvE. So definitely worth getting. So let's keep on moving. The last unit, I believe, is Geese Howard. He is right now the best red element FES fighter in the game, obviously. He's really amazing if you need a unit for the PvE, but as far as the live PvP goes, he is not that great. And it was also confirmed that he is going to get buffed on the Korean stream, which I can totally agree with. since he is just not that great for the live PvP. The problem with him is that his skills are just slow, his super armor and damage immunity doesn't achieve much, he has problems with catching the enemies, especially if you take into the consideration the fact that he has to go against Mukai, True Orochi, Ash, I don't know, Kazuya and Jin. Even Kazuya and Jin do more than him on live PvP. Like, he is just very underwhelming. I would say that they should just buff his first skill and his third skill, because those are the ones that are lacking the most. And my final opinion on Geese is that if you want a unit for the PvE, then you should totally get him. He's the best red element first fighter that you can get. But as far as the live PvP goes, I would wait for the buff to come out first and look at what the buff is. But if it's bad, like if the buff doesn't do much, then I wouldn't go for him. It's possible he will receive the buff after the banner is over though, so you know, if you want a PvE unit, then you should totally go for him, but if you want a live PvP unit, then it's pretty risky to summon for him, and I would probably just skip him. But it's up to you. It's possible that they will buff him so much that he will be broken. Who knows? We will have to see, but as of right now he's not great for live PvP. And I believe those are all of the first units that we currently have in the game. So anyway guys, keep in mind that those are just my personal thoughts and you don't have to agree with me at all. That's just what I think. And also, as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and remember, if you like the video, to leave a like, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.